Hey guys, this is Kenny Pop. Today I'm doing an anime review on Gintama episode 305 or Gintama 2015 episode 40. First of all, for those of you who have not even watched this episode yet, go and just watch it. Just go stop this video and just go and check out the video, but before that, prepare your heart. Not gonna spoil much for you, just prepare your heart. This episode was straight up sad. So sad. This was emotional for me. Even though I read the manga and I know what's happening, and you guys probably like, manga reader, you guys should be prepared for this, right? You guys know what happened. I wasn't prepared at all. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared, man. I was like crying when I was watching that. I was crying for like 10 minutes straight. Hey. My goodness. So in this episode, we learned so much about Gintoki and Takasugi and Katsura in here. And that is where the emotional parts come in. We learned that all three of those kids, especially Gintoki, look up to Shoyo as if he is a father. Shoyo have this fatherly figure to Gintoki. I remember during the spider arc or court sun arc, I don't remember, but they show you this miniature scene where Gintoki was sitting eating rice on top of a pile of corpses. And we learned that Gintoki is an orphan and he have to kill people in order to, protect himself and live. And then Shoyo sensei come in and pick up Gintoki and helped him out. If I were in Gintoki's shoes, I would totally love and admire Shoyo Sensei. He would be like basically the world to me. Cause think about it, you have no parent and then here come a person who is like somewhat of a god to you, rescue you, You would totally love that person and that person be the most important person to the world to you. And then Gintoki himself have to be the person that killed the person that he loves the most. That, like, it was so painful. I can't help but feel bad for Gintoki so much when I was watching it. They foreshadow so much, And we know that Shoyo is a great sensei. He is. And Gintoki himself had to kill him. Gintoki was stuck between the two promises he made. One is for Shoyo, where Shoyo was like, protect my students. And then he got stuck between Takasugi promise, which was protect Sensei from me. But Gintoki decided to go with, Shoyo promises. But in a way, if you look at a different perspective, he also keep the promise with Takasugi. Because Takasugi said take care of Sensei. He take care of Sensei by taking care of the student. Because he know that Sensei that Shoyo treasure the students more than anything else. He knows that. And if he do the opposite and kill Takasugi and Katsura to save Shoyo, he knows that Shoyo would hate him. He knows that Shoyo will live in a life where he will hate the world. Because the student is like Shoyo's life. And it's just, Gintoki was so mature and he understands this painful feeling. And yet he's willing to kill Shoyo. I was like, no. But I have to say, Gintoki is an amazing main character in shonen in any anime series I have seen so far. Especially shonen anime, I'm not kidding. The majority of shonen anime main characters I see, either they're clueless about stuff, and if someone who they really cares die, number one, they go on the revenge journey. Number two, totally forgot about it. Or like they train themselves to be harder to defeat the army, but then later on they go into the battle and be like, he'd be happy if I do this or something like that. But you see how Takasugi took a different route afterward, why Takasugi become the person he is today. Because in the beginning, when we were watching Gintama, we always like, why is like Takasugi holding a grudge against Gintoki? I don't know that. I mean, aren't they used to be friends? What's going on? And since we all, I guess, pretty much assume that the government is the one that killed Shoyo Sensei, I was wondering why. I mean, like, it's the government that killed Shoyo, so why are you don't liking, Gintoki? This explain why. So by the time I finished watching this episode, I have to say the three kids, Takasugi, Katsura, and Gintoki, are admirable. They are admirable, they are strong, and their love for Shoyo Sensei is on a whole entire different level. By that I mean Shoyo Sensei is basically the reason for them to live. That he's the person who they're trying to protect. He's the person who they're fighting for in the war. But after he got killed, basically the reason to live was shattered into pieces. They have two options during that time. Either they can commit a suicide and join the sensei onto the other side of the world. I mean, like, other side, hell or heaven, I don't know. Or they can just continue living on. And they decide to continue living on because they know if they killed themselves, it basically means their sensei death was in vain, and they don't want to do that. They know that the sensei loved them so much, and they know that. That's why they're trying to live. And by doing so, they're trying to find a new reason to live. Takasugi is using hatred as a reason to live. He knows from the bottom of his heart, it's not Gintoki's fault. He knows that. That's the only way for him to live. He knows that, but he's denying that. He's using revenge. He's using his hatred toward the world, toward Gintoki, so that he have a goal in his life to pursue. He's trying to have a reason for him to even live, something that motivates him to live. Gintoki, on the other hand, are learning something from Takasugi. He sees that Takasugi is a person that's living in his past, can't move on. So Gintoki wants to be a person who's moving on. So he's not like Takasugi. He actually willing to open himself and willing to accept others into his life. He's not rejecting them like Takasugi do. He loves, that's why he even accepted Kagura and Senpachi in the first place. Because spending time with them helped him realize and learn so many things. And they even form a miniature family, like the cute family. It's so cute, adorable. Like the miniature family, he has something to fight for. So one of his reasons is right now is to protect the people he loves, which is his family, including the Gintama gang. Katsura, on the other hand, his goal was to, destroy the government. He wanted to bring down the shogun. If you watch, the whole entire series of Gintama, you see that Katsura don't really have any personal grudge against the current shogun, and his reason for taking over the government seemed like a joke in some way. But he just needs something in his life to keep him up, keep him busy. So he just turned to the government and be like, hey, I want to take you down since you hurt my sensei, or your country's no good, so I'm taking you down. He's trying to find a reason. And also, after he reunited with Gintoki, he met, the other Gintama cast. And he also found people that he wanted to protect. And he also learned a lot from Gintoki, because Gintoki is an awesome example of a best main character ever. But they learn so much from each other. And now that, Takasugi have a conversation with Gintoki, and Gintoki revealing his true feelings, saying that You guys, we are sensei, love and life. He cares for us. What he treasures the most is us. After he have a speech with, the conversation with Gintoki, it make him face the reality. It make him understand that, yes, I understand. It's really hard to describe this, but he understands the truth, and now he's willing to accept the reality now. So, but just when the moment, he's willing to accept the reality. Yep. Cliffhanger. That damn ass cliffhanger. Where you see how our Tagasigi, when he start to redeem himself, when we start to feel bad for him, and when you start to see his sparkly eyes, and he's like, I guess I'm expelled, right? And we get so emotional. And a staff pierced his chest. What the fuck was that? What? I was like, and then you see Obro, the guy that, the main villain in the Court Sun arc, appears. And I thought you're dead. I guess you're gonna be alive. Villain don't apparently die really easily in anime. But why? Just when I'm feeling bad for a character. Are you out of your effing mind? Are you kidding? And the moment I saw that, I was like, boy, you want to go out on a straight war with me? We can take this outside. But I need Tagusugi and Gintoki and Kasura to back me up, though. But actually, they will be the one to fight you. I'm just going to be the person in the back, just talking. And be narrating. So, I was like, the cliffhanger is killing me. But other than that, I have something to say to you guys, is that the arc will most likely end next week or the following week. The arc should be ending within 2 episodes. I'm not sure if they're gonna plan to add some couple of scenes in here and drag it out, but from what I know, the arc is ending really soon. But I don't really know if they're going back to the comedy arcs they skip, or they're gonna continue on the dark route. So we have to see about that. And the Shoujo OST in here, it was beautiful, man. That music make me cry during the spider arc, where you see the Shoujo and Gintoki past miniature scene in there. It made me emotional. I was like, that was beautiful right there. And we get to hear the song again. I love the soundtrack in Gintama so much. I just loved it. And aside from that, thank you so much for you guys for watching this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, my voice kind of shift the tone a little bit. In the middle, it was kind of low, and then now it's kind of high. Really depends on my mood. But thanks so much for you guys to even bother watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to know what I've been up to and my thought on anime, if you want. But again, thank you so much. And have a great day wherever you are, guys. Highly recommend you guys, if you guys have not checked this out, watch it at night so that you don't have to be depressed for the whole entire day. But adios, guys.